Changing your life starts with changing your beliefs, because you change your beliefs, then you change your actions, and then actions changes your reality. So step one is creating version 2.0 of yourself. And like make sure you create version 2.0 of yourself in as much detail as possible and related to whatever you want to do. For example, I don't know, let's take you have a goal of getting like really big, like in the gym, like really strong, really big, very lean and muscular, right? I'm just going to use that as an example throughout the video, right? Let's say that's your goal. Then you'd picture yourself as very big, very lean, and then you think of the things that he would be doing, or she, whatever you are, in as much detail as possible. Like what time do they wake up? What do they eat? Everything related to that. What is that person doing, right? And then that takes me to step two, which is understanding resistance. And what resistance is anything, literally anything that goes against or opposite of what that version 2.0 of yourself would be doing. And trust me, your resistance will be like super creative, because your brain, well, it knows you very well because it's been you for like every millisecond of your entire life. So it knows you very well. So you need to make sure that you're very aware of your thoughts, and everything that your mind thinks of, you need to take it into consideration and don't just believe it. Okay? So think of your version 2.0 of yourself, create it in as much detail as possible. What do they do? What time do they wake up? Like literally everything. What time they go gym? What they wear to the gym? The type of person they are. Like in so much detail, okay? Resistance is anything that goes against that. Anything. Like let's say your version 2.0 of yourself, you have in your mind, okay, he goes to gym at 3 p.m. He comes home and the first thing he does is he has his protein shake. Okay, let's say that's what you have in detail of your version 2.0 of yourself. So let's say you start doing that, you come home and then you're like, oh, I just have my protein shake after I have a shower, or like little things like that. Like anything that goes against what what your version 2.0 of yourself would be doing is resistance. Like literally anything. And then step three is countering that resistance. How do you counter that resistance? You counter that resistance by doubling down on what version 2.0 of yourself would be doing. So in that scenario where you'd come home and your mind thinks, oh, I'll just do it after a shower. In that case, you'd fight back by doubling down. So instead of having, I don't know, a protein shake with like 1 scoop of protein, you do 1.5 scoops of protein, and you make it even harder for yourself. Or you make the protein shake even bulkier. You put like an extra fucking, I don't know, some amount of oats instead, and you just make it even bulkier, and then you make it even harder to drink. And in doing so, your mind will be like, okay, well, me thinking like this is making it harder for me to actually complete the task. So then eventually your mind will just stop thinking like that, and yeah, slowly you'd start merging into version 2.0 of yourself, and then before you know it, you're fucking big and jacked, right? And then the fourth one is use fear to drive these actions. Because what's stopping you from just going, nah, fuck you, and just saying that to your mind and then just having a shower and not having your protein shake? What's stopping you? Well, you got to think, you got to induce fear into your mind, and you got to think, okay, well, if I don't, then I'm going to stay small forever. And then you got to envision yourself being really big, and then tell yourself that, well, you're not going to fucking achieve that. And then you use fear to push you to actually do that action. And then the fifth step is fail. And the reason the fifth step is fail is because so many people hop on this journey of like self-improvement or whatnot, and then they fail and they're like, oh, this doesn't work for me. And then they try like different things. But like, bro, failing is so important. That's what like you're meant to fail. Like you're gonna stick to this for like a day or like a week, and then you're gonna go back to your old habits. It's part of it. You're gonna fail. Like allow yourself to fail. And every time you fail, don't be so fucking demotivated and depressive and like let your mind talk shit to you. Cause like you're gonna fail. No one does anything first try. But make sure you give it your all. Give it your 100% and fail. Okay? Don't give it like a 50% and then fail, because then you're just gonna be like, oh, well, I wasn't giving my 100%. Give it your 100% and fail, because that will set like a good baseline foundation for you. And then once you fail, you try again, and you keep fucking doing it, and then that's how it is. You're never gonna get a first try. So create version 2.0 of yourself. Try to stick to his morals as best as you can. Fail a bunch because you will, and then keep doing it. Next day, wake up and try again. Wake up, try again. Maybe you fall into a rut for a week. Okay, that's fine. A week later, try again. Keep trying. And then, yeah, use fear to push you, and then counter your resistance by making it even harder. How do you beat pain? By more pain. So, yeah. Same thing with like anything. Like maybe it's not bodybuilding. Maybe it's like you want to be a day trader or something. Okay, what type of person is he? What does he do? Okay, he wakes up and then he has a very slow morning so he can, adjust his emotions so he's not fucking emotional going into the market. He checks news for the day and then just make it in so much detail. Or like it can even be for something like, I don't know, you want to be more charismatic, you want to attract more girls or something like that. What type of person is he? What does he do? You can literally have this for anything. And if you want to take it to the next level, do this for every single thing of your life. Like, make it your entire personality. Like, what type of person are you? What clothes do you wear? What watch do you wear? Who do you hang out with? Like, literally have your day scheduled in so much detail. But yeah, that's basically it. But once again, yeah, the 5 steps were create version 2.0 of yourself, understand resistance, overcome resistance, use fear to drive you, and then also the 5th and final step was fail. But yeah, that's basically it.